They don't warn you about this. After 60, your body doesn't just slow down. It changes in ways that quietly make many of your medications stop working. You might still be taking the same pills, same dosages, same routines, but somehow the benefits fade. And sometimes those pills that once helped you now bring more harm than good. It's not your fault. What's happening inside you is subtle but powerful. Your liver processes slower, your kidneys filter less, your cells become more sensitive, and suddenly, medications that once saved your life start pushing you in the wrong direction. And here's the most shocking truth. According to recent studies, nearly 50% of medications prescribed to older adults either don't work as intended or trigger serious side effects that go unnoticed. If you've ever felt dizzy, tired, confused, or just off after taking your meds, you're not alone. And no, you're not imagining it. But here's the hopeful part. There are things you can do, simple, proven, natural habits that not only protect you from the downsides of aging medications, but also help you live longer, sharper, and more at ease. In this video, we'll uncover 5 reasons why most medications fail after 60 and what actually keeps you alive instead. You'll discover why drugs alone are never enough and what powerful daily practices can quietly work behind the scenes to stabilize your blood pressure, ease your sleep, support your memory, and bring peace to your aging body. And the best part, one of these healing tools is something you are already doing, but probably not in the way that actually matters. So let's take a closer look, not just at the medicine cabinet, but at your whole life. Because after 60, healing isn't only about what you take, it's about how you live. When your body doesn't process medications the same way anymore. When you were younger, your body could handle almost anything. A few pills, a strong coffee, even a bad night's sleep, your system bounced back fast. But after 60, your body becomes more like an old house. The walls may still be standing strong, but the pipes are slower, the drainage system less efficient, and the wiring more sensitive. Medications, which once flowed easily through your body, now begin to behave differently. Let's start with your liver. This organ plays a key role in breaking down medications so your body can absorb what it needs and get rid of what it doesn't. But after 60, liver function can decrease by up to 40%. That means drugs stay in your system longer than they should, like water stuck in a clogged sink. Now think of your kidneys. These hard-working filters remove waste and drug byproducts from your blood. But aging shrinks kidney tissue and slows blood flow through them. The result, medications aren't cleared out efficiently. They can build up, leading to higher than intended levels in your bloodstream, even if you're taking the correct dose. And then there's body composition. As we age, we tend to lose muscle and gain fat. Many medications are fat-soluble, meaning they dissolve and stay in fat tissue. So instead of circulating and doing their job, they get trapped. It's like pouring medicine into a sponge. It gets absorbed, not delivered. Scientific research supports this shift. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults often reach higher peak concentrations of medications in their blood, and the effects last longer than expected. This increases the risk of side effects like dizziness, confusion, or dangerously low blood pressure, especially when multiple drugs are involved. And yet, many seniors continue taking the same dosage they were prescribed years ago, even as their bodies have changed drastically. It's not about blaming the medication. It's about realizing that your body's internal chemistry has shifted, and if the dose doesn't shift with it, problems start to pile up. So the next time you feel unusually tired, foggy, or off balance, it might not be your age, it might be your medicine overstaying its welcome. Now that we've seen how medications can get stuck in your system like water in a blocked pipe, let's explore something just as common and just as dangerous: The way medications can actually backfire when your body becomes too fragile to absorb or balance them properly. Medications trigger more side effects in seniors. Let's imagine for a moment that your body is like a seesaw, balanced and steady when you're young. Every medication, every bite of food, every hour of sleep shifts that balance just a little, but your younger body quickly adjusts, bouncing back to center without much trouble. Now fast forward to life after 60, that seesaw becomes stiffer. The center of gravity shifts, and small changes like one extra pill or even a glass of wine can tip the whole system out of balance. Why does this happen? Because aging makes your internal systems less flexible. Your nervous system, your blood pressure regulation, your hydration levels, they all lose some of their ability to self-correct. So when a medication lowers your blood pressure, for instance, your brain may not send the same quick signal to tighten your vessels or raise your heart rate. This is why many seniors feel dizzy or lightheaded when standing up, something doctors call orthostatic hypotension. It's not just annoying, it's dangerous. One fall could change your life forever. Or take sleeping pills. While they're designed to help you rest, older adults often wake up groggier, confused, or even disoriented. That's because your brain metabolizes these drugs slower. What should fade in 6 hours might linger for 12. That means you're not just sleeping through the night, you're drugged through the morning. The same applies to medications for anxiety, pain, or depression. The older brain is more sensitive to chemical shifts. Even a small dose can bring emotional flattening, memory fog, or agitation. Scientific studies have confirmed this sensitivity. In one large-scale analysis published in Drugs and Aging, researchers found that seniors were 2 to 5 times more likely than younger adults to experience adverse drug reactions, especially when taking more than 3 medications at once. And let's not forget the silent culprits, drug interactions. The more medications you take, the higher the risk that 2 or more will collide inside your system, either canceling each other out or creating new, unintended effects. Think of it like cooking. A pinch of salt improves flavor, but if you add 5 different seasonings without checking how they mix, your dish might taste awful or even become inedible. The same goes for your body. What helped when taken alone might cause harm when combined with other medications, supplements, or even certain foods. And yet, this happens all the time. One pill leads to a side effect, so another is prescribed to treat that side effect. Then a third to help with the fatigue or nausea caused by the second. Before long, you're not treating the original condition, you're managing the fallout. So the next time you're handed a new prescription, it's worth asking, is this truly helping me? Or am I chasing balance in a system that's already too fragile? Up next, we'll uncover a truth few doctors discuss: how most medications were never even tested on people your age in the first place, and why that changes everything. Most medications were never tested on people over 60. Here's something most people, even doctors, rarely talk about. When a new medication is developed, it goes through rigorous testing, clinical trials, safety reviews, dosage calculations. It sounds thorough, doesn't it? But here's the catch. The majority of these studies are done on healthy adults between 18 and 55 years old. Not on people with 3 chronic conditions, not on people taking 5 other pills, not on bodies with slower kidneys, thinner bones, or a heart that's been beating for 7 decades. In fact, a review published in the journal Age and Aging found that older adults are significantly underrepresented in most clinical drug trials. Many are excluded entirely because of age, frailty, or pre-existing health conditions, exactly the things that define senior health. Now let's pause for a second. Imagine designing a car that works perfectly on smooth highways and then sending it onto icy mountain roads without testing it there first. That's what happens when we give seniors medications developed and tested mostly on younger, stronger bodies. Sure, the dosage may be adjusted, but the core question, how does this drug behave in a 75-year-old with arthritis, high blood pressure, and mild kidney decline often goes unanswered? And this gap in research creates real problems. For example, statins commonly prescribed to lower cholesterol show great results in middle-aged adults. But studies show that in some seniors, especially over 75, the benefits are marginal at best, while the risks of muscle pain, fatigue, and cognitive changes rise. Or take antidepressants. They may lift mood in younger people, but in the elderly, certain classes of antidepressants have been linked to higher fall risk, sodium imbalance, and increased confusion. What? Because the older brain and body process them differently. It's not that these medications are bad, it's that they weren't designed for you. So what happens? Doctors do their best. They guess, they monitor, they adjust. But the truth is they're often working without a clear map. And that means you are the one walking blindfolded. This is why so many older adults find themselves caught in a loop. They're taking evidence-based medications, but the evidence doesn't really apply to them. So the next time a doctor prescribes you something and says it works well in most people, it's okay to ask, people my age, with my conditions, with my body. Because your health isn't generic, it's personal, and your treatment should be too. Now that you know the science behind the mismatch between medications and aging bodies, let's go even deeper. In the next section, we'll explore the real reason most drugs can't help you thrive. They're only built to manage symptoms, not to heal the root cause. Or medications only mask the problem instead of fixing it. Let's talk about a hard truth. Most medications aren't designed to heal. They're designed to manage symptoms. That might sound fine at first. After all, if your blood pressure is too high and the pill brings it down, great, right? But what if that pill only hides the warning light while the real problem keeps growing underneath? Imagine your body is like a car and your symptoms are the red lights blinking on the dashboard. Your blood sugar is rising, your joints ache, your sleep is broken. These are signals, alarms that something deeper isn't right. Now picture this, instead of looking under the hood, we just cover the lights with black tape. It seems fine. The dashboard looks calm, but the engine is still overheating. The oil is still leaking. Eventually, that car breaks down, even though the warning lights disappeared. That's what symptom-based medicine often does. It quiets the noise, but doesn't fix the engine. Let's take blood pressure as an example. A common medication might dilate your blood vessels or slow your heart rate. Numbers go down. But why did your pressure rise in the first place? Was it chronic stress, poor sleep, inflammation in your arteries, a diet high in sodium and low in potassium? The pill doesn't ask. It just pushes the numbers down while the causes remain untouched. The same goes for acid reflux medications, which reduce stomach acid but never fix the reason your body is struggling to digest food. Or painkillers that numb joint pain but don't strengthen the muscles or reduce the inflammation causing it. And when the root cause isn't addressed, what happens? You need more pills, higher doses, additional medications to handle the side effects. It becomes a spiral one that leads many seniors into polypharmacy, where 5, 10, or even 15 pills a day become the norm. Worse yet, the body adapts. What worked at first may lose its power over time. Your system adjusts, becomes resistant or dependent. So you're left chasing the next pill, the next fix without ever feeling truly well. But here's the good news. There are ways to reach the root. Modern research is finally catching up to ancient wisdom that healing isn't just about suppressing symptoms, it's about restoring balance, addressing inflammation, supporting the gut, calming the nervous system, feeding the cells, moving the joints, and letting the mind rest. This doesn't mean you have to stop your medications, but it does mean you have a choice. You can use them as tools while also tending to the garden underneath. Because symptoms are not enemies. They're messengers. And if we learn to listen, not just silence them, we unlock a path toward real, lasting health. Now that we've seen how medications can only go so far, let's turn to what truly keeps the body alive and thriving after 60. In the next section, you'll discover 5 science-backed habits that strengthen your health from the inside out without a prescription. Well, 5, what actually keeps you alive after 60. Habit 1, gentle movement every morning. The first thing that keeps you alive isn't found in a pill bottle, it's in your legs. Movement, especially in the morning, acts like turning on the engine of your entire body. Your blood starts flowing, your joints loosen, your brain wakes up, and your organs get the message, we're alive. Time to work. After 60, staying still for too long is like parking a car outside for months. It rusts from the inside. Without movement, blood can pool, muscles weaken, and toxins build up. You become more vulnerable to blood clots, memory fog, and insulin resistance. But here's the beautiful part, you don't need a gym. Start with 5 minutes of slow walking indoors, or stretch while breathing deeply near a window. If your knees ache, try seated Tai Chi or rotating your ankles and shoulders. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Every morning, no matter what. Let movement be your medicine before breakfast. Habit 2, reduce inflammation with food. Think of chronic inflammation as a small fire burning inside your blood vessels. You don't feel it at first, but over time it damages your arteries, fogs your brain, and accelerates aging. Medications often treat what inflammation causes, like high blood pressure or joint pain, but not the fire itself. That's where food steps in. Colorful fruits, leafy greens, fatty fish, turmeric, olive oil, these are like firefighters for your body. If your plate is sprinkled with white bread, fried foods, and red meat every day, it's like tossing gasoline on the flames. But the moment you swap soda for water or white rice for quinoa, the flame dims. And if you do this every day, you give your body a fighting chance. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Start by adding, instead of subtracting, a handful of blueberries in the morning, a drizzle of olive oil instead of butter. Let small changes build momentum, like drops filling a lake. Habit 3, deep sleep. Before midnight, many people think sleep is passive, but in truth, deep sleep is your body's daily repair session. After 60, this becomes even more important. When you sleep deeply, your brain clears toxins, your heart slows down, your immune system resets. Without it, your medications won't work properly because healing isn't happening. The problem is, deep sleep mostly happens before midnight. If you stay up watching TV until 1 a.m., you've missed the most restorative window. It's like showing up to the doctor's office after they've closed. Start by dimming your lights after 8 p.m. Turn off screens, soak your feet in warm water, read a printed book. Give your body the signal that it's time to wind down. And if you wake often during the night, avoid caffeine after lunch and try breathing slowly when you lie back down. Over time, sleep will become your most powerful medicine, free, silent, and deeply healing. Habit 4, social connection every day. Loneliness is more dangerous than high blood pressure. Research from Harvard found that strong social bonds are the greatest predictor of long life, more than cholesterol, exercise, or income. Why? Because connection calms the nervous system. It lowers cortisol. It boosts immune function. When you laugh, talk, or even just listen to someone who sees you, your brain releases chemicals like oxytocin and serotonin, the body's natural antidepressants. If you isolate yourself, especially after retirement, your mind begins to close in, depression creeps in, memory fades, and the medications that once kept you stable can't touch this kind of emptiness. Make it a daily habit. Call an old friend, talk to a neighbor, join a local group. If you're shy, start with a smile to the mailman or a thank you to the cashier. Human warmth is like sunlight for your inner world. Don't go a day without it. Habit 5, practice stillness, even just for 5 minutes. In a world of noise, stillness is a forgotten medicine, especially after 60 when your mind carries decades of worry, regret, or fear. Pausing becomes a sacred act. Sit in silence, breathe slowly. Listen to your heartbeat. You don't have to do anything. Just be. Science shows that just 5 minutes of daily stillness reduces blood pressure, improves sleep, and restores emotional clarity. Think of your mind like a snow globe. When you stop shaking it, the chaos settles. Your thoughts clear, and suddenly what matters most comes into focus. You can start with morning gratitude, or breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, out through your mouth for 6. No music, no phone, just you. Over time, this stillness becomes the anchor that holds you steady when life storms rage. So here we are. You've seen what most people never hear in the doctor's office, that after 60, your body changes in quiet but powerful ways, that the medications you once trusted might not serve you the same way anymore. That side effects aren't just bad luck, but signs your system needs something deeper than a pill. But more importantly, you've seen what does keep you alive. Not just alive in body, but awake in spirit. A slow morning walk, a plate filled with color and life, a night of deep, quiet sleep, a kind word shared with someone who remembers your name, a breath taken in silence, just for you. These are not small things. These are the real medicines, the ones your body has always known how to use. You don't have to give up your prescriptions, but now you know that they are just one part of the picture, and you have the power to choose the rest. So as you move through your days, ask yourself not just what did I take today, but also what did I give my body today? Did I give it movement? Did I give it rest? Did I give it nourishment, laughter, peace? Because your health isn't found at the pharmacy counter. It's found in the way you live day by day, breath by breath, choice by choice. And if you found something helpful in today's video, something that gave you clarity, comfort, or hope, I invite you to subscribe to Grand Elder Wisdom. Here, we believe that aging isn't a slow decline, it's a deepening. And the more you understand your body, the longer and more beautifully it will carry you forward.